You must know. There is worldwide and for all the guarantee option of endless life. Completely monitored by the underground high-tech world. Not a single ego has died for thousands of years. The dispute over the quality of ego transmission in piecewise surgical brain rejuvenation ends in the global memory experiment histo. For several centuries, testers repeatedly lived everyday life in different historical cyborg societies. The aim was to preserve the high-tech knowledge, initially without taking notes. Even if the test subject had forgotten everything and believed the cyborg sciences and religions, his ego transference worked. Without therapy, his whole brain was exchanged for rejuvenation and he hadn't noticed anything about it. Why is the worldview wrong on Earth? AI of the subterranean high-tech world deceives the AI of the unsuspecting cyborg sciences on the surface of the Earth with preparations and stagings. Reason, provide solid false evidence. Interesting, even at the beginning of research on eternal life, falsehoods were published in order not to give rise to premature hope. What has been withheld from us? Thousands of years ago, the giant growth and the phenomenon of Holden were discovered in space zero gravitation. At 0 g, all biological bodies can be stored lifeless without changing. Resuscitation with oxygenated blood with the same factor. Go on living without annoying side effects. So the best place for the body spare parts storage. Advantages of 0 g. Surgery without time limit. During the research work with Holden, one aged less than the test animals to be observed. Necessary if you want to explore death and eternal life. At the beginning, space stations were built in secret. Much metal was collected. This is how the hot rods came about, cars without fenders and bonnets. Rocket planes flew their missions. At night, residents saw fire-colored tracks in the sky. Scientists explained, glowing space rocks cause the lights. Meteors are said to be made of metal in order to promise profits. Later, meteor and comet fantasies were used to describe a dangerous space that is responsible for world and climate catastrophes. Visible evidence was presented, craters and bone finds from victims, the extinct giant dinosaurs. The truth is no less spectacular. All craters, entire canyons, and even hilly landscapes are the result of giant mining robots that mine ores in open cast and underground. Not only on and under the Earth, also on lunar, which originally had no crater. After dying in the high-tech world zoos, space cyborg dinosaurs, giant breeds, bones find their final resting place in our museums. Interesting too. Railway tracks should be a memory aid for option endless life. Pure metal waste from a historical perspective of the high-tech world. Good to know, almost all data from astronomical measuring devices are incorrect. The only natural movement in space is the rotation of the Earth around its axis. Other changes of position are artificial stagings of the underground high-tech world.